Hello, this is Malachi Brick, and today I'll be doing a review of the LEGO set 76202 Wolverine Mech Armor, total of 141 pieces, and let's just go ahead and start off with the box here. So this is the nice little box for this guy. We got Wolverine on the front here, and then the nice X-Men logo. This is going to be closer to the 1990s Wolverine from the animated series there, if you can see that on the box. Like I said, 141 pieces. And then here is the bottom. I just want to go ahead and give the show of that for you. And then the top of the box as well gives you a little bit of the scale for the Wolverine figure that's included. And then you got the little comic book panels here that they added and started doing recently for the Infinity Saga sets. Showed you that side, and then let's get to the back here. So on the back of the box, we do have the Wolverine and then the armor, and then a punch tab like normal for these sets this size. Just pretty simple box overall, nothing too special here. Let me go ahead and move on then. So I do have the instructions here, and this is before the change for the instructions, so this is the good old instructions, not the horribly done digital designed instructions with no background. They just look so plain and so boring. I really have to say it's not a good look. I do have this one here. Let me just go ahead and give you a quick look here. It does have the bar of the progress on there, and then it does show a few of the other sets in the back of the manual here as well, and then the parts list included. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the mech and the figure. Starting with the mech here, it's a pretty decent size. Look at this. There we go. Let me see, do I have something in scale that I can really compare this to? So I do have the figure here, so I can set him right next to it, and you can see the scale of the mech to the figure, and then the scale of the mech to the box here. It's really a lot of air in the box. Admittedly, LEGO could probably cut down their box sizes once again for sets like this, but I understand the bags do take up a lot of space. But it'd be a good way to save a little bit of cardboard. So this is a pretty nifty mech here. It does have, let me bring it a little bit closer for you. It does have fingers that are very posable here. You can just go ahead and move the thumb as so. And then same thing with these other fingers. It does kind of mess with the hands and the claws as you move it, and that's a little finicky. The claws are pretty long, and it's pretty hard to get them all like lined up. You can either have them like out if you wanted, or you can have them a little bit more narrow instead of widened out there. Same thing with the other set, and they both have the hands here. They aren't really good for grabbing anything. Like I can show you with the Wolverine figure here. If I put it in the hand of the mech, it's just not gonna get the figure. Not like you'd want it. Like, that's the best you could really realistically have it hold the figure that is included with the set, which is the Wolverine, like I was saying. We'll get to him in just a moment. And then on this mech, like I said, you do have the nice yellow, and I love the color scheme here for the Wolverine suit. It just makes me a little disappointed they didn't include the dual molded legs for Wolverine, seeing as the mech does have the two colors of the yellow and then the dark blue. But the Wolverine, it would have been nice to have a dual molded leg for that, only since we don't have one with dual molded legs. And then the back here we do have a tile that's inverted. I'll show you that here. That's nice. And like I said, got some Nexonite shields in the dark blue color. Really nifty there. Glad to get those. They look really good for the shoulder pads. Honestly, these mechs are just so fantastic. They have a nice printing as well here. Let me go ahead and get that right up and close. You can see the X-Man logo there, as well as the X-Man logo on the belt with the red, and then the red here as well. These would be really nice on some bracelets. And you can open up the mech here, and you can see the little foot slots for the figure. You can take your figure, and just go ahead and plop them right in the mech. I have the claws in, so they aren't popping out. Let me go ahead and show that to you. Oh, there we go. Get some focus there. It's nice to have the claws. Really cool. I'm glad that they've made these pieces for Wolverine in the first place. Like, the fact that they even have them in LEGO is just really nice. And then you can go ahead and put them in, and then there you go. You got your Wolverine. You can have them in the mech. This could be the full character, the full action figure if you really wanted it to. If you're a kid, it's a really great play set, I think. I think these sets are actually fantastic for kids. There is just something about them that if I had these as a child, I'd have loved the hell out of them. They are just so fantastic. Here we have the Wolverine figure from the X-Men animated series. At least that's what I think it looks like. And I can kind of see it off of the like light blue that it uses instead of more of a dark blue. But then again, the legs are a little iffy, and I mean, overall, it's a fantastic figure. I do wish, like I said, it had the dual molded legs with the mech having the 2-color there. If it had the light blue on the bottom of the boots, that would have just been fantastic, or even just like black boots, something with the yellow there just to really make this figure stand out. But nonetheless, it is a fantastic figure. He does have the nougat arms there. Let me show you those, and then the claw pieces that they molded a while back. Then here's the back of the print. You can see the nice little blue marks there and there. And then he does have this nice little dual molded helmet. Let me show you that in the front as well. Really nice dual molded helmet there. I'm really glad that they reproduced this piece. It means we might be getting it again in the future. Hopefully. I'd love to see some more X-Men sets since we haven't gotten that many. Let me go ahead and take the mask off for you. And then here we do have the Wolverine face with the white goggles, similar to the Batman figures where they have the white bar across the forehead, but instead Lego chose to go with the white goggles there. And then on the back we do have the other facial expression. Wolverine looking pretty menacing there, ready to jump out at you. And the nice thing about the mask is either face you can use with the mask. So as you can see, the white eyes and then the mouth through the bottom. And then if you really wanted to use the other face, it's not nearly as good, but you can still use it with the mask and it still looks pretty good overall. I do wish a hairpiece was included for this figure so you could take the hair off your Wolverine, but since the mask is pull up and if they had the hair, then they wouldn't be able to include the mask pulled down there, and they wouldn't have that print be accurate. But the other figure and the helicopter does have the mask down, which is pretty cool. And then this is the little claws, like I had said. He has some blue hands, and then those nice little goggles. And that's really the entire figure. And then let me just go ahead and end this off by showing you everything one more time. Like I said, the Wolverine, the mech, total of 141 pieces, just a really nice set. There are a few things that I do have gripes about with it, so it's pretty stable. Honestly, it's really good for that. The joints are nice, the figure is nice, the entire set is just really good. The only things I have to say is the claws. They are just way too long, they don't stay in place, they are drastic, and it's not a good look for it. Honestly, the claws are a real killer for the set for me. And I'm probably going to end up taking this one apart and sorting it into my piece collection, but I do think it's worth picking up for the figure alone. I did end up paying about $7.99 for this set. I believe I bought it off Amazon, and then there is the Wolverine one last time, and then the box one last time. I'd say if you could pick this up around $6 or $7, it's probably worth it. I know there's some deals on Walmart as well where you can buy another set and then the little mechs are included here. If you want to pick it up that way, that's a good deal as well. And then other than that, I think Lego should keep the mechs the way they are. I know next year I'll be reviewing those ones as well, and they're changing all the legs and all the leg joints, so they won't be able to move anymore. And this one does have that posability that the other ones just won't be able to have at all. There is no way that you will be able to pose the new mechs like this. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to be able to get them to stand and kick, and you're not going to be able to move the arms the way you want to. It's going to be pretty jank, but I mean the new figure pieces that they're using are the ones from the Ninjago sets, and I do think they're good parts. I just wish that they would have joints that were posable, similar to the AT-AT joint pieces that they have used, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't have one on hand with me, otherwise I would show you an example. But those parts, the Technic ones, I'm surprised Lego has not made a small piece like that quite yet. And the fact that they made the ball joints and are now stepping away from them is a little disappointing to me. I hope they bring it back. I love the posability on these things. The only real gripe I have is the claws, and other than that, it's a good little set. Great for children. I'd say this is probably a good 8 out of 10. I'd probably pick it up for the figure alone. I mean, I did. So you should probably too. Who knows where the Wolverine could end up in a few years. Alright, just a little stickler here. I just wanted to say I really appreciate everyone who took their time to watch this video. It really means so much to me with this being my first video. I would really love if you would like, comment, and subscribe, and just leave me some feedback, what I can do better, what I need to be improving. I want to make the best content I can for everyone involved here. I want to make it something viewable. I want to make it something I would watch, something that you would watch, something that you'd really want to see. So I just want to say I do spend my own money on these sets. I've bought these ones out of my own collection just to review for you, just so you know exactly what's going on. And I wanted to say that my next review here will be the Black Panther Mech Armor. Really nice set. I'm really excited to get into that one, so please just like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my next video. I'll see you there, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you, and goodbye.